he's very elusive. You know, he's not just a great athlete. I mean, he is a guy that's fast. He's a guy that's very elusive and has just kind of a sixth sense, you know, when it comes to a quarterback trying to escape and you know, extend plays. And so you can be a great athlete and not have the knack to do that, and he's got that knack. He throws a fantastic deep ball. He's really got great timing with his receivers, and he really puts the ball up there and they run under it. So he's got a great touch on the ball, and then he just understands the game. You can tell he's very natural and very comfortable in that offense. And when he's on, you know, they're rolling.
Is there a way to prepare for a guy with, as you say, has a sixth sense?
It's tough. It's really tough. You know, in huge games like this, it really comes down to, players making plays and matching, great players like that ability. You have to match that in terms of playmaking ability on the other side of the ball. That's the only way you can do it, because you can't prepare for everything. And we can put a guy out here and run him around and scramble and do all those things, but on game day they have to have a great awareness of where they're supposed to fit and where they're supposed to be, and then you gotta bring them down. You got to make the play.
What's your knowledge of the history of UNC football, and where would you rank the significance of this game in that history?
Well, I'm not going to say I'm an expert on it, but I'm pretty well versed enough to know that this has got to be one of the biggest in the history of this university, in my opinion. And just the magnitude of how college football itself has gotten so big, and to be playing on a stage like this against the #1 team in the country, I think it's a dream come true for a lot of these players. When you're a little kid, 8 years old, this is what you dream about, and that's what we've told these guys. This is what you dream about, and you dream of playing in games like this on the biggest stage with a lot at stake. And, we've been blessed enough to be able to be in this position. So I think it's huge for the school and maybe the biggest game ever.
Before this, Gene, what do you think has been the best offensive play up to this point?
Before Clemson,
yeah.
What is the best offense we faced? Right. Is that what you said? Probably our own, every day. That's probably the right answer. We've faced some really good ones. It's hard to pinpoint them, but I say that jokingly about our offense, but really and truly, our offense is it's a handful every day to go against. So, and I think that that helps us. Just as it helps Clemson, I'm sure, go against their own guys. But helping, going against our guys has certainly been a big help.
Is Clemson demonstrably different in terms of explosiveness or versatility or the things they do than teams you've played so far as you prepare for them?
I would say that the nature of their explosive plays, the number of the explosive plays, is probably far greater than most every team we've played. So, obviously that's because you have a great scheme and you got great players executing those schemes. But, they make critical catches and critical runs, at the right times in big games. If you look at the Notre Dame game, if you look at the Florida State game, late in the Florida State game, they break a, 20-yard, 25-yard touchdown run, with a game on the line. And things like that always happen, and I think when you're looking at teams that are really as good as they are, you'll see that over and over and over throughout the year.
What's the key to minimizing the damage that they do on offense so that, things don't get out of hand?
Everything defensively starts up front. So whether you're talking about the run game, whether you're talking about trapping the quarterback, everything's going to start with our defensive line. I mean, that's where the pressure is. We're going to have to do a good job of relieving some of the pressure off of our defensive line with being able to pressure them with others other than just four. And then again, football is a game of be where you're supposed to be. That's it, and so we got to make sure our guys are in the right spots, making sure that, we're not trying to create a bunch of new things. We just got to do what we do better than we've done. Without question, it will have to be the best defensive football game we've played all year.
Are you heartened by the fact that the guys up front have been able to get to the quarterback a little more often the past few games as opposed to the first few games of the season?
I think I've seen a huge improvement in our defensive line, and I'm really proud of those guys. They have been able to pressure the quarterback more here as of late, and so that's certainly going to help us. But we're going to have to also give them some help, too, with some other guys when it comes to keeping number 4, in the pocket and keeping him trapped.